Nithyanandam, everyone. Welcome back to the Kundalini Yogini. This is Prasiddha. Thank you so much for joining me again back on the channel. So I just wanted to touch base today with you guys on a more of a philosophical topic, but something which has been on my heart and in my mind, and I wanted to share because I feel like, of course, all of us deal with this topic in our lives. The topic of forgiveness and what it means to us, how it affects us, and the true reasoning behind the power of forgiveness. Now, I know that we live in a society where anger and rage and injustice is often supported. And I'm not saying that is a good or bad thing, but we definitely live in an age, especially right now, the current political climate, the current societal sphere that we're living in is a lot. We see a lot of dissatisfaction, a lot of upset being pulled to the surface. And I think that that's important in so many different dimensions because it's like darkness coming to light, But at the same time, we also see a lot of justification of violence being promoted. And I want to touch base on that in this video as well. What I mean by that is not physical violence, but the cherishing of violence inside of ourselves, of violent beliefs, of violent cognitions about ourselves and others. And really what I'm saying in this video is absolutely not supposed to be a political statement or anything like that. I'm only speaking from the context of spirituality and conscious growth. So let me just start with that, okay? Now, for each one of us, we all have our reasons, we all have justifications why something might upset us, right? Why something might have hurt us, how something might have broken our hearts or made us really, really angry or enraged. That's besides the point. What I really want to touch on is what we can do with that emotion. How can we process it and how we can transmute it in the highest way possible. And I think that is why so many spiritual paths and religious traditions focus on the power of forgiveness. Forgiveness is not, let me repeat, not for the other person. It is never for the other person. Forgiveness is always for you. And let me explain that. Forgiveness has to do with your internal releasing or letting go of a very poisonous emotional experience inside of yourself. And when you're able to do that, you can transmute that rage or anger or deep, deep pain into power. And this is why this is so important. I'm not saying that this has anything to do with how you might, set a healthy boundary with somebody or how you might still voice things that you're not okay with or what you need. This is just about the internal workings of our heart, of how we hold these things. And being somebody who myself has been through a lot of different abuse in my life, both emotional and physical, but also sexual abuse too, all of those things can create a whole lot of pain and rage inside somebody. I dealt with that myself. I definitely dealt with that myself. And those emotions, they obviously serve a purpose. They're, I feel like in some ways, a survival need at certain points of our life, right? They get us through really, really difficult experiences to process. But when we start to hold those things inside for a prolonged period of time, those emotions really, really start to eat away at somebody. They really start to be a big, big, big burden in somebody's heart, in somebody's mind, in somebody's view of themselves and view of the world. And they create a lot of internal violence because when we are constantly in the space that we were wronged or that something wrong happened to us, we project that, we create that reality over and over and over again. We literally mirror that experience and it just keeps unfolding in front of us like a domino effect. And so that's really what I wanted to convey to everybody is don't feel that, somebody doesn't earn your forgiveness, or don't believe the misconception that forgiveness is something weak to do, or that like somebody, oh, they definitely don't deserve my forgiveness though, and making it about the other person. I really truly speak from my heart and with so much love for each one of you guys when I tell you that forgiveness is the biggest gift you can ever give yourself. Don't even make a decision based on what a friend or family member is telling you, what the person has done to you, whatever it might be, whatever the situation might be. Only do it for you, to be able to really release, let go of, come to completion with that experience, that feeling, so that you can be clear, you can be light, you can be free to be you, to be the radiant being that you are, to be the expressive being that you are, and not create these big walls around you or your heart, not create these, beliefs about life based in hurt, based in anger, based in survival. Because those aren't powerful cognitions at the end of the day. They don't serve you anymore. We have to create the world that we want to live in, that we want to experience, the person that we want to be ourselves. Nobody else can do that for us. And so that is the power of forgiveness. It's allowing you to be new in every moment. It's allowing others to be new in every moment. It's allowing life to, it's allowing you to trust life and to keep going forward in a life positive way. It's shedding all of these microaggressions inside of ourselves, these violences that we carry towards ourselves and towards others. And when we can heal that, when we can, one, face it, really important, face it, work through it, and then come out the other side with forgiveness, with unclutching, as my guru shares that word, unclutching, that releasing, that letting go of those things we hold so tightly onto that don't help us, that don't serve us anymore. We can go forward with so much love, so much clarity, and so much powerfulness in our own selves. And I know this video was kind of all over the board, but I just really, really wanted to, I felt like I just needed to share that. So thank you if you're interested and you got something from it. I hope at some point, at some level. If not, just throwing it out there for the world. And, I just hope that each one of us can really do the work that we need to do on ourselves and to face these really dark, painful things that we've experienced, because only then we can become beings of love, beings of peace, beings of light. You can't just skip that step, and bypass it. So it's so important to face these things, process these things, feel these things, and it might take time. It's not to say that you can automatically get into this place, but we got to put in the work. We really got to put in the work for ourselves to show up the best we can for ourselves and to give ourselves unconditional love. Thank you guys. I love you. I'm sending big hugs and love to all of you guys out there in the world. Definitely let me know your experience, your thoughts on this topic in the comments below, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Nithyanandam, everyone.